Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly. And this is 7 Little Johnstons.
You guys, we did it. We made it. We're here. We're doing it.
I am so excited.
This is big. Yeah.
Yeah. We have not ever recapped an entire season of 7 Little Johnstons because we were sleeping on this show until about 3 months ago.
For so long. Yes. Shout out to our Patreon members who turned us onto the show, Carrie and Harbor Ho. I think those were the two people who were very adamant that we need to check this show out. And as soon as we did that for a Let's Talk About It episode on our Patreon, we got wrapped all up in it here.
Obsessed to the point where we were watching like 3, maybe 4 episodes in a row some nights.
Yeah, we were flying through it. So we got caught up on all 16 seasons so that we could be ready to go for season 17 premiering here this week.
And it's a back-to-back premiere.
It's
2 hours.
Which was great because like we had just wrapped up season 16 and we were like ready for some more episodes. And then we got to watch 2 in a row here. So this was good. This was well-timed, well-placed.
So this is going to be season 17, episode 1, Save the Date, No Pressure.
No pressure. Okay, good. That's good, I guess, right?
So if you're not familiar with 7 Little Johnstons, this is the first time that you've ever delved into this show. This is the world's largest family of little people. That's how they bill themselves.
Yeah, we got screeners for this, full disclosure, and we don't know if they changed the intro, because then here's the other confusing thing is that Anna is not filming this season. So they kind of mentioned that up front. Spoiler alert.
So let's take it like way back.
Way back.
Way back, remedial. So we have 2 parents in this family, Amber and Trent. Amber is a narcissist, much like many of the mothers on TLC.
Yeah, undiagnosed, but yeah.
Who has a very bad relationship with one of their 5 kids. So they have 5 children. Jonah, who's the oldest, Liz, Anna, Alex, and Emma.
Yes.
I can never remember which one's older because Alex and Emma are born in the same year.
Well, and technically Anna is older than Elizabeth, but that's the other thing here is that 3 of the kids are adopted.
Yes.
So Anna, Alex, and Emma are adopted. And then Jonah and Elizabeth are biological children of Trent and Amber.
Mm-hmm. Now, like you mentioned, we're going to find out that Anna is not filming this season. All last season was the story of how Anna is pulling away from the family because she feels like it's not just Amber. It's her relationship with Trent, too, and the family overall. But what we've seen play out over the seasons is that Anna takes like the brunt of Amber's anger about whatever's going on in her life. She like targets Anna.
Yeah, and I would say everything's a competition, and every accomplishment that Anna goes for basically is undercut. Like everything is a comparison to Amber.
Or Amber tries to outdo her. Yeah,
where then it becomes like not a friendly competition. It becomes like a personal vendetta sort of seeking thing. And then it's used as guilting or making Anna feel certain ways. So then that way she just like gives into whatever it is that they're trying to go with. I guess, like, does that make sense?
They're very controlling.
It's a very
opinionated about how their kids should be living their lives.
They're very, they know what to say though, where it's like, oh, you guys are adults and you can make your own decisions, but there's like an undertone of like, you need to make the decision that we would make though. Otherwise there's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah. You'll never live it down.
Yeah. And like they take things very personally. They'll hold grudges. They'll bring things up and like kind of throw it in their face at any time that's convenient for them. More so Amber than Trent. And I think that's the other thing too, is where it's like, we even saw at the end of last season where Trent was trying to patch things up between him and Anna. Not in that first conversation that we saw earlier in the season, because I think that was Amber kind of got Trent fired up before he went over and spoke to Anna.
She does that.
And then they argued, they fought. It didn't go well. But then later on in the season, on that last episode, when they met at the coffee shop, Trent really seemed like heartbroken about this situation. I think he misses Anna. I think it is tough for him. And it's tough for Anna too. She was very open and honest about that as well.
Well, and that's been kind of an issue with the dynamic of the family, is that Amber would get upset that Trent would kind of come to Anna's defense or be more sympathetic towards her than Amber was.
Yeah.
And she also like weaponized a lot of the kids against Anna, especially the two oldest, Jonah and Elizabeth.
I would say Alex too. Like Alex is always cutting Anna down.
Yeah,
always.
That's true. And I feel like he was really a lot younger.
Yes.
So it was like a joke from a little kid. So it was hard to know where he was coming from. But now that he's gotten older, it's a little clearer what his position is.
Yeah. Like he's going to college now. So it's just like, I don't think you should be saying all of those things in such derogatory ways to your older sister like that. I don't know.
But you guys can make your own determination. You've got 16 seasons to watch.
It's a lot to catch up on.
And decide what you think about everyone's behavior.
Oh, yeah. We blasted through it. And I mean, like, if you want to get to the good stuff, I think we had a couple of little watching guides that were floating around, too, of, like, the episodes to check out and stuff like that, too. So we'll have to let us know in the comments if you're looking for, the quick catch-up sort of path for rewatching to get caught up to speed here.
Yeah, there should also be a deep dive that was called Mediocre Down that we do over on Patreon that should be in your feed if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
And that's us talking about seasons 1 through 10.
1 through 10.
So you get caught up with the first 10 seasons pretty easily.
Or at least our assessment of it there, yeah. Because, we're blind here a little bit because, we didn't have any notes for any of that catch-up stuff. So I was just like, how deep do we want to go into the
I feel like we need to give the overview of the family.
Right. Well, I mean, we didn't even
scratch.
Here's the thing. We didn't even scratch the surface with that too. Like there's still so much about all of these dynamics. So we'll try to cover it more in depth, like as it comes up. We'll do like a backstory sort of pause on things as well, just so that you can get caught up to speed on it.
Well, let's start with Liz, because Liz is like the golden child in a lot of ways. But then she got pregnant out of wedlock.
Oh, scandal.
And, well, the scandal was that she hid it from Trent and Amber for the first 5 months of her pregnancy.
Yeah, well, I would say the other part of the scandal, too, was that it was with her long-term boyfriend, Brice, but they were like, they had moved in together. They were not getting along. They were in the process of kind of breaking up.
They broke up.
And then she got pregnant. So then it was like, ooh.
Well, she found out she was pregnant.
Found out she was pregnant. So then it's like, oh, boy, okay.
So then they got back together.
Right.
And we watched the whole, last couple of seasons has been them raising their baby, Leighton, together. Who they make sure to enunciate the T.
Leighton. Yes. So they are not married. They weren't engaged at the start of this, before these episodes aired here.
They bought a house together.
Brief
segue to talk about the origin of the house.
Oh, boy.
About how Trent and Amber bought a piece of property literally down the street. It was a couple of minute walk to where this house would be. Did not tell them that they were doing it, and then offered them the piece of land to build a house on.
Right. And I think that was a very telling experience too. Cause I mean, I get it. Like Liz and Brice, their parents both live in the same neighborhood. They were neighbors. Like that was how they first met. And that's how they were spending time together and started dating. And so this would be the most convenient thing for everyone involved. Maybe not for Liz and Brice though, because they're currently living with Trent and Amber in their house, and it's just like there wasn't a lot of agreement on how to raise this kid and like what you do and what's required and how to do things the right way is the right way, the way that the parents
involved
decide.
themselves a lot just because they were there.
It's overstepping,
they were present.
Overstepping a little bit, but also, yeah, the tendency that you see is that Trent and Amber love to be charitable so that they have something to hold over your head.
Which is what they did to Anna, because when Trenton got into that fight with Anna last season, he threw in her face that they helped her with her down payment on her house.
She wouldn't be anywhere without her family helping her, because that's the one thing that she was proud of, is that Anna was the first homeowner of all the kids. And that was a way to kind of cut down that accomplishment that she achieved, because you wouldn't have been able to. It was presented as a gift. It was presented as no strings attached. We're not going to hold this against you.
Well, we're going to help everyone in this way.
We help everybody. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well.
Because this is another one of those shows where the kids don't get paid.
The kids don't get paid, guys.
I don't know now that some of the others are adults if they're getting paid, but all of the years that they've been on TV, while they've been children, they did not get paid.
Or if Anna's going to film, it's like, hey, she's an adult. Negotiate your contract. Like, get set up, like, if she would come back or something. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, to throw that out there, too.
She's not benefiting from Trent and Amber.
No. Yeah, so I think that's kind of another complicated level here. The interesting thing with the lot issue, too, is where it was like, thing I noticed was where Elizabeth immediately agreed, where she was like, yeah, this is great. Awesome. Thank you. And accepted the gift without questioning it. And then they went to have somebody, like a developer, look at it to be like, hey, do you think we'd be able to build on here? Oh, no, it's pretty expensive. We would have to do a lot of grading. We would have to clear the trees. There was a lot of other stuff that they needed to do because it was just an empty lot with like nothing ready to go.
Yeah.
So
it's a long story, because it was just like another lot they had looked at that they had ruled out because of the grading of the property.
Yeah.
But then Trent and Amber went and bought this one without even running it by them before they did it.
So that was weird. But like, also it showed that Elizabeth knew, like, don't question it. Don't say no. Don't say we have to think about it. Don't insult them. Just accept it. And then when we run into a complication later, oh no.
Find a way to back out.
Yeah.
So they bought a different house.
Yes.
And I don't know what Trent and Amber are going to do with that lot.
Because their goal was, they said they were just going to hold on to it and then sell it later. So it's like, okay. So that was the culmination for Brice and Liz, end of last season. They moved into their house before Leighton's second birthday. That was their goal. Mm-hmm. So like that was their big accomplishment from last season that they were trying to get in front of. And Brice bought an engagement ring. We didn't see a proposal happen or anything like that as part of that, but that was kind of like the cliffhanger, was that it looked like they're taking steps towards marriage. And here we are, opening scene for this season. We get caught up pretty quick on the fact that Brice and Liz got engaged between seasons on a family vacation in Florida.
That Trent and Amber were on.
Well, the whole family.
They took them on.
Except for Anna, but like, yeah, the family was there. And, at one point it was like, they were telling the whole story about how it all happened, how it all came together. 'Cause it was something that Brice was planning out, and he just wanted it to be like Brice and Liz and Leighton on the beach. And so like, that was pretty much the plan there. And I don't know, do you think like Trent and Amber wanted to have it filmed though, and then they were upset that it wasn't?
I would be shocked if Amber didn't say something about filming it.
But yeah, it seems like
or
Brice,
even like being there to take pictures in the background.
Yeah, because like Brice isn't the most outgoing
extrovert
guy. He's
reserved.
Very quiet, very, very not interested in,
and not flashy.
Yeah.
So I don't really see him doing something, that would, I don't want to say, I don't think that it would have been the big moment that Amber would have tried to orchestrate.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't think it would have been very him if they had done that.
Right. Yeah.
So they got engaged, and she's the first kid in the family to be getting married.
So that's the thing that Amber gets to tout here.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to get a Sister Wives season where we're planning a wedding.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on. They took their engagement photos because they do like their engagement photo, the official photo shoot, because there was like, cell phone camera stuff of
them on the beach.
On the beach together.
These are for their save the dates.
Yeah. But these are like, the official photographer engagement photo shoots that's going on here. They're hitting all their favorite spots, the old watering hole,
The pond, is this the pond that's behind Trent and Amber's house?
I don't know, actually.
Or another one.
This was the pond where they were like, when they first started dating.
Yeah.
And it was them going fishing together.
Okay, so this is where they used to spend time
This
together.
is where they hung out. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like at, like in the
I don't think
the
it's,
backyard
I think
there.
that's
I
a
don't
creek
know.
or something that's in their backyard.
Oh, okay.
A crick.
A crick,
as
if you
they
will.
would say, because we are in Georgia.
In Georgia, yes.
I was surprised that Amber was not here to be the second shooter because we know that she loves to direct photography.
Well, yeah, she's usually just telling photographers what to do. This was a different photographer, though, so maybe Amber wasn't comfortable with this photographer.
I wonder what happened to her, the family photographer that Amber bosses around. There was a woman who does her photos.
For everything.
Yeah.
Because they do photos for
very regularly.
Everything. They do like an annual Christmas card. They do, all their different
I feel like it's
family photo shoots.
The easiest $200 that woman makes every 3 months. Because
I just show up. Amber's already done everything.
Yeah.
It's point and shoot.
She literally would walk around and repose people. Amber.
Yeah. So it's just like, the photographer, that's an easy day. Kind of.
Maybe.
Like,
I wonder how critical she is of the final photographs.
I was going to say, she'll get you in post.
Yeah.
That's where it is. When she's going for corrections, she's going to be like, the exposure was a little off on this.
Dictating all the photoshopping that needs to be done.
Here's how many rounds of edits we're going to work into this contract and that I'm coming out for because, we're not going to do this again.
Okay, so Amber's not there, but I kind of feel like she's here in spirit because then Brice walks out with 2 ghillie suits for them to put on.
Well, he already has his on. So this adds pressure, right? Is where it's like, well, Brice already has his on. So just like
he already changed.
You got to throw yours on because otherwise I'm just going to have to go get changed back into my stuff, I guess. But like, you could just throw this on over what you got going on here and then we'll just take a couple photos. Okay. So this is compromise though, right? Because Elizabeth doesn't want to do this. And she's like, these aren't the ones that are going out on the save the date. I hope that we're aware of this. These aren't going to see the light of day. You can print some of these out and maybe put them in
for your spank bank.
Not even. Oh, Maisie, you're smashing into the.
Yeah. No, she's really.
No, this is bad.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh God. All right, there we go.
There, she's down. She's away.
Oh boy. This is gonna go in the man cave.
What do you use these for? The ghillie suit. I've never been hunting. I have no desire to do so.
Military purposes, it's for camouflage and stuff. It's a full camo suit.
So does it make sense to be wearing it in a pond?
To break this to you, that a lot of the hunting that Brice talks about is deer hunting. Deer are dumb as shit. I don't know the medical term of how else to say that. They don't see well at all. You don't need to be full camo to hunt deer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
To be honest,
usually it's you're
not
wearing
really that interested.
It's more dangerous if you're just out in the woods and you're camouflaged and stuff.
Because then other hunters can't see you.
It's a hunter safety issue is what you then run into. That's why you can wear a high vis orange vest. That is the safe thing to do when hunting. You could wear that and a deer will still walk right past you. Like, they're pretty dumb and they're really bad with eyesight.
It's not as funny for the pictures.
It's not as funny for the pictures, though. So, like, a full ghillie suit, that's different.
Yeah.
Usually you see that for, like, maybe ducks, I guess. Like, for duck blinds. I don't know what hunting he does. Seems like it's a lot of fishing that we've seen. They do a lot of fish fries.
They talk about the fish fries incessantly.
There's been one like every episode here the past few. So I feel like Amber's getting sick of it though. But she doesn't want to say anything.
Well, so then they bring out the fishing poles.
Yeah, we're busting out it's the fly fishing because this was how they first started bonding. I get it, right? Like this is where you made that initial connection.
I think he should have left the ghillie suits at home.
The ghillie suits were a little much.
The fly fishing, okay.
Also, I feel like...
It's giving hobby.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like he did that backwards, where it's like you start with the fly fishing stuff because, like, that makes sense for your relationship, where it started, all that. And then it's like, okay, now we're going to do the full camo suit. Like, I feel like that would have been the escalation point.
See, that's why I feel like Brice didn't plan that.
Yeah, it went
I
like
feel
the
like
other
Amber
way.
was like, this will be so funny.
Yeah.
This will be great for the show.
Maybe.
You bring these with you.
That very well
and
could
see
be.
what she'll wear.
That could be the issue there. Well, speaking of Amber making things about herself.
That's what she's best at.
She has heard the news. Yeah. She's aware of this as well. And Liz was trying to show Amber a flower girl dress that she has picked out for Leighton for the wedding. Like, this is the whole reason why Liz is looking for Amber. Amber just throws open the bathroom door in her bedroom, and she comes waltzing out in her wedding dress from 1998.
Yes.
Just full regalia, no warning.
Was not asked to
Not
try
prompted?
it on so that Liz could see it.
No.
No one asked if it still fit her.
Nope. Nobody
but
mentioned
she
it.
felt the need to prove that to us.
She got a big ass then. She got a big ass now. As they say in Drop Dead Gorgeous. That's a quote from a movie, guys.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
There are a lot of Drop Dead Gorgeous quotes on this journey. So they are just talking about how Liz needs to start shopping ASAP because much like Sister Wives, by the way, this is the same production company as Sister Wives.
Not Puddle Monkey.
No. Why am I forgetting the name of them right now? It doesn't matter. The point is, the format is to ask everyone that you encounter if you've ever been dress shopping with a little person, much like have you ever interacted with a polygamist before?
Yeah, it's the same index card that they just keep in all the camera bags, but it's just the different set of questions.
Lib.
Yeah, it's the different set of questions specifically for that show.
So now we're learning from Amber about how it's going to take a long time because they have to order a dress. First of all, they have to shop for a dress. There's no Little People models to show you what a wedding dress is going to look like on a little person. So then you've got to go shopping, not knowing what they're going to look like on you. You got to try them on. You got to order it. You got to get it altered.
Altering is a big part of their entire life.
Yeah.
They
keep their seamstress in business.
Yeah. Like every single circumstance that requires them to go and purchase any clothes or a suit or a dress, gown of any kind, it always has the caveat of you have to do it with the right amount of time because there's tons of alterations that need to go into that too. So that's been for all of their prom dresses, for all the suits for homecoming.
And that's a preference that their family specifically has. Because let's be honest, having money to alter clothes is a privilege.
Yeah.
So they alter basically everything that they buy.
Right.
Unless it just happens to fit off the rack, which some things do.
I mean, I get it. For a wedding dress, yeah, you're going to need to alter. Yeah, you're going to need to have. But most
or have a dress made.
Yeah.
Like a custom dress.
Well,
that would take a lot of time.
That would take time. We don't have time. Yeah, I think that was the other like surprise element here too that they talked about was where it's like, this is going to be a short engagement because they've been together for 6 years. They have a kid. So like, they're not really looking to wait around. I think Elizabeth's just kind of pedaled to the metal here.
I think Amber also has to fill an entire season.
Well, that too.
Because there's no Anna to fight with.
That too. Yeah, like that's
really?
going to be a big factor.
Can you get married this year?
That is a big factor here. Yeah.
The dress shopping, though, they're already anticipating that Liz is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
Just because she has no patience to go clothes shopping on a regular day, never mind for something that's so important.
Right. So now there's going to be this added layer of complexity here because you don't really know what you're walking into. Liz has kind of been looking at stuff online a little bit, but again, she doesn't really know what to go off of. Now she's seen the perfect LP model
in Amber.
And it's tough to compare, basically, to that. Yeah.
I think Amber didn't want to show us the back of that dress. Because I don't even know if it was zipped. She ends up letting one rip. She
Farts are big on this show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gas. I think that's a pretty consistent thing. Yeah, it's been I don't think we've had Amber on camera letting them rip
Flatulate,
here.
is that the word?
Ooh.
Pretty sure.
Breaking wind?
Yeah, right in the dress too.
Okay, well,
it's gonna be in that taffeta forever.
Okay, the criminal part here is where, she lets it rip, and then Emma and Liz are like, "Did you just fart?" And she's like, "Yeah, I farted. I'm all bunched up, and this thing's tight, and I'm barely breathing in this, but hey, it's freeing up a little bit more room. Emma, why don't you help me get out of this thing now?" And it's like, well, great. Now that you've gassed it up.
Yeah. Not even Amy Slayton Halterman Lavorne was farting in wedding dresses when she tried them on.
That's saying something. Okay. Because they're a gaseous bunch themselves, right? She
Also,
usually is burping though, right? And I mean, she's had some toxic
Amy?
farts too. Yeah, like that almost
Amy
broke
goes
up
both directions.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that was like the big cause.
That was a big fight in the past. That was a
big
rift
fight
in the family.
Recently was, letting it rift.
Yeah.
I guess. A lot of riveting content here on TLC.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Way to unlock like a new fear though. Because if I'm Liz, I'm thinking, what if I get gassy while I'm trying on dresses?
Oh, okay. Well, maybe this is, that's an idea here. Like you got to think ahead now.
Mm-hmm.
Things to be aware of as part of that process here.
So now that we've seen Amber's dress, can Liz possibly find something that compares, something better? We'll find out after the break.
Okay. Yeah. So then we got the Father's Day celebration.
I mean, this was poignant and done on purpose because it's Father's Day and Anna's not here.
Yeah. Didn't really address, because then that was where it was like, okay, yeah, we do have to talk about it though. So producers ask directly, like, "Hey, where's Anna? Haven't seen her." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't know. Our kids who want to film are filming, and then the ones who don't, I guess." That was Amber's assessment.
I don't think Anna told them.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, like this is them finding out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was interesting too, where it was like Amber was doing most of the talking for that. Because I think she got upset with Trent in the season finale of season 16, where Trent was talking about how he was here to mend fences. And then Amber's like, no, that's not why we're here. No. It was like she would walk back all the things that Trent kept saying.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be Anna's fault. Anna needs to come groveling to us.
Well, what they wanted to make clear to the audience was that Anna's got a problem with us.
Yeah.
And she's always welcome here. She just needs to fix whatever she's got going on, and then she'll be welcome back. But in the meantime, she's hurting our feelings by not being around.
Yeah. And so Anna's whole thing was basically like, it's not easy for me to go and interact with my siblings, or like everybody lives at that house.
Except for Anna.
Anna's the only one who lives on her own.
And now Liz and Brice, but that was right up to the end of last season.
Brand new circumstance. Yeah. Because then that's what they hold. That's what Elizabeth's big grudge against Anna is where it was like, she was not around for Leighton's first year, and so that was like a big sticking point for Liz, where she's very upset about that. I think most of it just kind of circles back to where it's the complications that are arriving from so many people that live in this house that are under the roof of Trent and Amber. And then how can you expect Anna to interact and solve things at this house when the two people who she's supposed to respect without question is like so upset with her, and then she's the one who's kind of still dealing with all the fallout of everything too. So it's just this whole mess of it's Anna's fault, and then she has to fix it, but then also we're not being like accepting or welcoming of that. They keep saying that they are, But then it's like, okay, I'm
They don't
sure.
extend invitations to her.
Yeah.
Because they'll just be like, well, when we do Christmas.
You've been a part of this family.
You know when Leighton was born.
So you know that we celebrate birthdays. And so, yeah, even though you didn't get an invitation, I thought that was a weird backhanded way of like blaming Anna for not being around.
Because we're in a fight.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to feel comfortable to just unannounced walk into your house because I know that you're having a family gathering, and then we're supposed to just go on acting like there's not a problem? There's either going to be a fight, or Anna's upset that that's the way it works.
Yeah.
That they want that to happen because then they will just act like there's no problem, even though there is still a problem.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because they're not addressing anything or clearing the air or making sure that Anna's okay. It's just now they're done with the fight, so let's move on.
Yeah, if she comes back to them, that's the signal that everything's fine.
Right.
And now they're moving on from it. And she's not there, so she's not doing it.
No. Yeah, and she's changing it up here too, where she's basically saying, hey, I need reconciliation in order to come back around because I feel like I've been disrespected. I feel like my feelings aren't being taken into account, and they don't know what to do with that. No. So,
well, now it's a fight over who's been harmed the most.
Yeah, is what it devolves to.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's not what this conversation needs to be, but that's what it ends up turning into.
Yeah, their conversation with her at the end of last season was really gross because Trent and Amber will never take accountability for anything that they've done. Even when she says, like, you did this and it hurt my feelings, you don't ever hear them say, like, I'm so sorry, or that wasn't my intention. I don't want you to feel that way. We love you. That's not how they approach conversations with her at all.
No reassurance. No. Yeah. It's always, the door's always open to you and it's up to you. So it's
still, mom and dad love you. Are you over it yet?
Yeah. Putting ownership on Anna to be the bigger person and move past this. Mm-hmm. So that's the other complicated bit here. I will say, with a grain of salt, let's go the other side here. Anna is new at setting boundaries. So like she's not great at it. And there's probably a lot of anxiety that's around it. She's overdoing it a little bit in some things too. I think that's very normal though, for someone who has been completely overridden, overlooked, stepped over their entire life to now say no.
Well, and for someone who was never taught about confrontation.
Right. And conflict resolution.
Right, because there is no conflict resolution in that house, which is the point she's making.
Right, and that's what she's saying. I'm struggling with this because I don't know how to get through this with you guys, and I don't think they do either. I don't think Trent and Amber know how to resolve a conflict.
They're at an impasse.
Yeah.
Where they just are waiting for her to decide that she's forgiven them for whatever she thinks happened. And they'll probably hold whatever they're upset with her over about, they'll still hold that against her till the end of time.
They'll bring it up again when they have another fight.
Right.
Yeah.
But they'll be appeased when she comes back around.
Right.
And stops embarrassing them for not being part of their family.
Yeah, when Anna stops embarrassing them. Even though we have Trent in the kitchen telling us about how 23 years ago he was able to convince Amber to 4 minutes of passionate, painful lovemaking that
resulted in the conception of Elizabeth.
Right, which she's like, I didn't need to know that. But happy Father's Day, I guess.
Hasn't he gotten grosser as he's gotten older? Because when the kids were younger, I feel like the household has like very much changed. They did not used to curse at all.
They did when they were upset or when they were. It was when Trent was working. He would have a lot of projects around the house and stuff, and if things weren't going well,
but not really around the kids.
But that's normal.
And then I
would argue
all of the pervy stuff that he says was mostly within the pillow talk sections of the episodes.
We'll get to those. Yeah, because it's not in this one. It's in the next one. Yeah,
he feels like he's free to just say whatever he wants now that all the kids are older.
Right, I guess so. Yeah, it's just open season now, but
So they have their little Father's Day picnic on the back porch where they, I
Fish
guess,
fry.
have a fish fry.
Fish fry,
again.
baby. Yeah, they're eating fish. I think they just did in the last episode, the season finale of season 16.
So we're back
there was a
again.
fish fry. Same thing, because that's where we thought that Brice was going to propose by sticking a ring in the fish's mouth. Is what we thought was going to happen.
That's his dream proposal.
Because Jonah and Brice were working on the smoker because they were making a fish for Thanksgiving. No, but that was Asian.
They had a fish and they had a duck.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was a whole other
The
thing.
fish was taking forever.
The
and
fish was
that's what
taking
made
forever.
us think something was up.
We thought something was fishy about the fish taking forever, but
that
then
wasn't.
No.
It's just Jonah's used to smoking other forms of meat.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. He's used
I'm
to
still
smoking
telling
other
you
things.
that was a code.
Every time he talked about smoking meat, we were like, is he talking about smoking some other stuff, you guys? Are we talking about?
He's having a good time. I'm telling you, he has hours out there smoking this meat, smoking a little something else,
Smoking
gardening
some other
while he's
stuff.
outside.
Yeah, smoking some other stuff while he's out there. Happens to be. But no, this day, it's Father's Day. We got the fish fry, the oil's up to temp on the back porch here.
So it's June.
It's hot.
And, I was just thinking how much time they have till the wedding.
I mean.
Because they would have got married in the beginning of November.
Yeah, November 8th is the expected date here.
I feel like they're just trying to get married before Leighton's second birthday. Because her birthday's in November.
Oh, right. Yeah. So that was the
They just
new
want to
goal.
do everything before her
Everything
second
before
birthday.
before she starts forming long-term memories here.
Well, because we know that's a Liz thing where she has a life plan of like, this must happen by this date.
Yeah.
And that got foiled when she got pregnant.
Yeah. A little curveball there. And so, 5 months to prepare here.
Not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time, but then it's like, we did that. We did that too. But we did a destination wedding. So, like, that's different.
Yeah. It was like, here's 3 bouquets, pick one.
Yeah.
It was very easy.
Here's this stuff. Yeah. And like the flowers are going to be there and whatever. And it's just.
They're planning an entire backyard wedding. Like Balin's dad was trying to do on Balin Out Loud.
Father of the Bride style. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they want to do, though. And it's not at the request of Trent and Amber. This is a Liz and Brice original idea.
Oh, but how much of it is Liz has just heard this her whole life? I'm sure that Trent and Amber did watch Father of the Bride at some point. At some point in their lives. And they were like, wouldn't that be beautiful?
To have a wedding at the house.
To have a wedding at the house in a big tent in the backyard.
To be honest, I thought that Trent seemed like he couldn't be bothered.
I wonder how close they're going to have the Porta-Johns. Because remember when they did the tent in the backyard at their old house for Anna's 16th birthday? And she was like, do not put the porta potties right next to the tent. Put them over in the corner of the yard. And then they were like, no.
It was such a long
It needs
fight.
to be right here. Okay, where are those Porta-Johns going to be for this one? I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye out for them, I think.
Right next to wherever they're doing the fish fry.
Make sure it's fair. Yeah. As far as the distribution of the porta potties.
They do live on a huge piece of property.
Yeah. There's some acreage back there.
A little different from Balin's parents' house.
Different. Not as many wooden bear statues around on the property probably either, I don't think.
It's not really ready to host a wedding, though.
No.
There's a lot of work that's going to have to be done.
Yeah, a lot. It's like that lot that they bought for Brice and Liz too. It's very unprocessed. They have the one what is it, pavilion that they built back there that like barely got done.
We haven't
remember?
Seen that in a couple of
Maybe
seasons.
it fell over.
The Thanksgiving pavilion.
It didn't look like it. I don't know. There was like they had some structural issues while they were building that thing.
When Jonah was falling off the ladder.
They had the scissor lift out there for that. And they were trying to get stuff done. And it took them 10 hours to cut one rafter board. I was scared for my life, and I was nowhere near this thing.
That's why I think we love this show. It is so similar to Sister Wives.
Where it'll just, you take like the most mundane things, and then you make it just so complicated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like they are never able to do something just smoothly.
No, which
it
I
has
mean,
to
like
be
that's
a cluster.
That's just like that's a life thing though too, where it's like you had a plan. This is what we were going to do today. Should be pretty simple, straightforward, and then it's like as soon as you start that project, no, here are 10 other things that you did not anticipate.
It was like the cul-de-sac lights.
Yeah. But I think that was more of an excuse from Cody Wynn Brown, where he was just trying to come up with a project that was going to take him 3 days to do. He very
didn't
well
want to
could
do all the girly things.
He didn't want to do anything else to help with anything.
Not setting the tables up.
No,
he's
not.
He's definitely not cooking with Mary.
He's out. He's
putting
going.
together all those little appetizers in the cups.
No. Not interested.
Do you think
in that.
Amber will be doing that for this wedding?
No. Amber's not lifting a finger for this wedding.
No, we haven't seen Amber cook in a very long time, I feel like.
No,
Ever since they adapted the kitchen.
Yeah, isn't that ironic? Now that it's become more accessible, not as interested. But you can always count on the Johnstons for a side salad. They are big on a salad.
They are good about eating salad with dinner.
I will say, they handle their roughage, definitely.
Yeah, it makes me feel guilty.
I'm
not getting enough greens.
I feel bad. Yeah, I need some leafy greens in my life, I think is what I'm getting at here.
They have a really weird conversation about save the dates because that's not something that people did back when Trent and Amber got married. So they're referring to these as warning notices.
Well, Trent is, right? And then Brice is like, yeah, it never made sense to me either. And then
a
it was
lot
like,
of things don't make sense to Brice.
I think there's a lot of things that don't really make sense to Brice, unfortunately. But he's trying his best, bless his heart. He's getting it confused too of like which one's save the date versus the invite. What comes first?
They can't figure out when do we have to send out each one of those things.
How do you track this? Yeah.
Do people reply to them? What
is it? The same people that you send them to that you send the save the date and then you send an invite? Yeah.
I think Liz ended up with. Let me say this about Brice. I think he's a little better as far as like not being a complete man baby.
Okay.
It's marginal.
The bar's low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that Trent has put up with Amber for all of these years because he is a man baby who likes to just shut his brain off and let her handle everything.
His brain is mostly just like empty white matter.
It is shutting off by itself.
Yeah. His brain is shrinking or something. That was like the drama from last season where he has the brain of like an 81-year-old man.
Yeah.
Inside of his skull. So I've just been referring to it as he has donkey brains. And so that's been our medical term that we've been using interchangeably here for Trent's medical condition that they're still working out. They're still trying to figure it out.
Is he using the CPAP machine? I don't know if I saw it.
I don't know. They were saying that CPAP, like the sleep apnea was like a big part of the contributing factor for that. And that was why they had to do the CPAP modeling. They did the
another riveting episode.
Fashion show of picking out which CPAP machine, mouthpiece and nose guard to utilize for that. What else was it? Oh, I was gonna say like when they were ordering coffee in the season finale last season, and they asked Trent what his order was, and he's like, I don't know. Amber knows. Amber gets my drink. Amber knows.
He doesn't even know what.
He doesn't even know what he drinks.
Yeah.
He needs Amber to order his coffee. And it's like, I don't understand.
No.
Those sorts of, I don't know.
And they've raised Jonah to be the exact same way.
Well, yeah, they've like, Jonah's like a whole other can of worms here, guys. We didn't even.
Let's talk about him. And is it the next episode where Ashley, his girlfriend comes? So we can talk about.
Yeah, I think we're going to save that up for the next one because it's a lot to dump on you in the first episode here, but we're going to jump in on the dress shopping. Liz is bringing along Amber and Emma, and then she's got her friend Madison's mom, and then Aunt Sandy, great Aunt Sandy. So that's Trent's aunt who's coming along too.
No Anna.
Yeah. But then she's not filming too. So maybe that's another reason why.
Also, I don't think she extended an invite.
I don't think she invited her. I'm getting married, so I'd be going dress shopping. So that's on you. That you didn't stake out all of the bridal shops in a 30-mile radius around our home.
And call to see if I had an appointment.
Yeah.
You could have been there.
You didn't put in an effort to check on that. So that's on you.
Brice has got one request for the wedding dress. He wants the boobies on display.
Ooh, so do you want tassels, or what are we looking for as far as like the hardware would go?
I don't think you told me anything.
No.
When I went dress
Why
shopping.
would I have an input in what your dress would be?
I don't know. Some people do.
Some people do. Well, Tony does.
Tony does. Some men pick the entire dress, as we saw in Sister Wives.
I don't care. As long as it comes off. That's all I care about.
Well, so she's going dress shopping.
Yeah.
We already talked about how it's going to be a challenge to alter them because of the fact that they're little people. But we had to reiterate that yet again.
And also, had to hammer that home. Also, alterations, that seems like a normal process where pretty much anybody who buys a wedding dress, has alterations.
Yeah, a lot of people have to get their wedding dress altered.
Yeah.
But obviously hers is going to be a significant alteration.
Not to the extent here. Yeah, so I get that.
And the other thing that sucks is for a lot of dresses, because they have so much length to work with, that's part of the overall design of the dress.
Right.
So she's also got to find a dress that once they cut off a lot of the fabric at the bottom, still maintains the look of the dress.
That was the complicated bit, I think, was what she was saying, where do you do the alteration and how do you do that without impacting the overall design of the dress? Mm-hmm. That's the bigger consideration here. So we're going to try a couple on. Everybody's walking around picking out their favorites of which ones to try on.
This was a little wild because they did let them just pull whatever dresses they wanted off the rack. There were no rules.
Yeah, and it's maybe just have one person picking the dresses.
Yeah. It just gets a little overwhelming.
Right, yeah.
Especially the first time that you've gone to try dresses on and then you've got other people's opinions of what you should be trying on because they think it would be fun to see you in it. That's kind of what we have going on here.
Okay, yeah.
So dress number 1 is a lace scoop neck dress, and it's like a basque design, which is a newer design for a wedding dress. That's why it had that V that went down to the coochie that she didn't like.
She didn't like that.
Yeah.
She didn't like the V, the landing strip, the runway.
I feel like it's so interesting because I would think that I would really like that just because I like, a lot of historical stuff and clothing and Tudor stuff.
I feel like a superhero. Yeah. You didn't like it?
I don't like it.
Well.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that would look good on me because I'm very hippie.
Oh, okay.
I don't need any help in that department.
What was the other thing with this? The straps were real big, too.
They were thick.
They were a very wide strap on the shoulder.
She wasn't into that. Also, they're so rude because they were telling me that she looked like a linebacker.
Well, there's probably other ways that you could say that.
That's been one of the things that I feel like they've always talked about, Liz, is she's just built bigger than everybody else in the family. Mm-hmm. Except for Trent. She's she's still a little bigger than Trent because she's a little taller than Trent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the tallest in the family. Yeah.
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 But, that was what they had to say about this dress. Mm-hmm. And also she didn't like the point. So.
Yeah.
Cross it off the list. The other thing that sucked about this was the woman who was picking out the dresses was like, I'm going to let you try them on in a specific order because there's a method to my madness. And we're going to start with the dress that I think you're going to like the most.
See, I don't think I would have said that. I don't think I would have stated it. And plus, I think I would show the one that you don't think that they're going to like first. If you know that they're going to try on 3 or 4, I wouldn't start with something that they're going to love right out the gate.
Well, I think you want to get them on a high.
Okay.
Right? This is going to be a fun experience.
Well, that backfired.
No, this
did the exact
not
opposite.
Not go the way she was hoping.
Where now people are telling her she looks like a linebacker, and yes. Sorry, you're going to be benched soon.
She didn't know this family well enough. They weren't going to just throw out compliments. Something that they were lukewarm about.
So
they hated it.
That one didn't go so good. What about dress 2?
So dress 2 is lace and sequin embroidered. It's an A-line dress, and it had a square neckline, so a little bit different. But it did make the titties pop.
Oh, okay.
Because of that square neckline. Also, this had the thinner, skinny straps, which she liked.
Yeah.
She didn't like the thick straps.
I thought, since she does have such big boobies.
Yes.
Her boobly-woobly macaroolies are screaming for
support.
Yes, and so that would lead me to assume she would probably be looking for a strapless dress because that is
incorrect.
Statistically, no, I know, but like
this is for some reason a psychological law.
That's what happens
when you are a bride with a bigger chest.
Yeah,
90% of the time, people walk in there and say, "Give me a strapless dress."
Yeah, I don't know why it happens so much.
I don't know. Many seasons of Say Yes to the Dress. This is an observation on my part.
Right. And so that's what I was kind of expecting then, too.
Yeah,
and
she
it's
didn't try anything on that was strapless.
No, she didn't. So, round of applause.
Give her a point for that.
Yeah, well done. And know thyself, I suppose. Yeah.
This one, she felt like looked more like an evening gown for a pageant or a prom than it did a wedding dress.
Felt dressed up, but not wedding dress-y, I guess.
Yeah. I only tried on one dress. Do you know that?
Very efficient.
I am. I was very efficient.
Thank God it wasn't paint colors.
Thank God it wasn't what?
Paint colors.
Oh.
We'd still be engaged at this point.
Yeah, isn't that something? I picked the wedding dress faster than I have paint colors.
You got so upset.
House.
Yeah, you got so upset with me too. Because you said, "What did you just say?"
One day that I didn't hear. I genuinely didn't hear you.
Okay, yeah, but good thing it wasn't paint colors because we'd still be picking.
Yeah. Well, I have to look at those every single day.
Right.
You only have to see me in the dress once.
That's true. Yeah, that was it. One day.
How many dresses did you try on before you found the right one? Let us know in the comments. And thank you for supporting us by listening to this little intermission.
A little intermission. Okay, yes, good. How about dress 3? You're going to say a lot of words and I don't know what they mean.
I can't wait till we get to the second episode because I don't think you took any notes on the dresses.
No.
Because I took the notes for this episode.
You started saying stuff and I was like, I don't know what any of those words are. And then you were like, it's this. And I was like, I can't spell any. I don't know what those things are. I've never used those words. I've never seen them.
To be fair, I only know a lot of them because I worked in a fabric store.
Right.
So I'm pretty good about the fabrics.
I did not. I do not have a deep, intricate knowledge of the fabrics that were utilized.
Well, dress number 3 is an organza A-line dress with flower appliques and a sweetheart neckline, which Corey has no idea what that. He can't
visualize it.
Draw us a picture.
You want me to draw you a picture of that?
I would love to see what you remember from the episode.
I don't remember this dress at all. It was too sparkly, right?
No.
Oh, shit.
It had no sparkles. This is the one that she had saved on her phone for months before they went dress shopping.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she was convinced that this was going to be the one that she was going to love.
This was going to be it. See, then why did you say that I'm going to put you in this dress first that I know you're going to love? Well, I guess it was because it was the shop owner was like,
she lied to
you're
her.
not going to like this one. And so put that one at the bottom of the list. And hey, turns out, yeah, she didn't.
None of them like it.
Nobody.
Everyone's kind of just shocked into silence. And I feel like they didn't know what to do because they knew this was the dress that she was looking forward to trying on.
Do you think that this was Amber's pick?
Because I don't know.
Amber was very disappointed and Elizabeth was very sure to point out where she noticed that Amber was disappointed with this one.
I think that Liz is just used to trying to appease Amber.
Okay.
So when she saw that Amber wasn't really feeling it, it was like, well, I can't like it anyway now. I don't. Yeah. So that's a good thing. I don't.
Yeah. And now at least we're in alignment on that, I guess.
It did look like it was for a spring wedding, which is one of the things she said, because it had all the little flowers all over it.
Yeah,
and they're getting married in November, so it didn't feel like the right dress for the wedding they're having.
A spring bride in November? A December
Why not
bride.
just push it to December?
A December bride.
The December wedding.
Maybe not. Okay. Perhaps later.
Then this whole thing falls apart. They try on a bunch of dresses.
Well, then we get rapid fire because it's like we're not even numbering these now. We're not getting reactions from it. It's just we hate them all. These are terrible. Yeah. Don't like them.
She's not having fun.
No.
So she's not going to find the dress today.
No, this ain't it. And we need to take a break. We got to walk away a little bit. Stop putting on dresses because you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to be in a good mood to pick anything today.
I wish they showed us how long they'd been in the store.
Yeah, start a running clock. We didn't see like the sun go down or anything,
No.
so.
That's true. But the woman who
wasn't
worked
that
there
long.
was like, yeah, it's time to stop shopping now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to buy anything today, so I need
I'm not going to waste any more of my time.
I need to go help some other customers today instead. Thank you.
Then Liz comes out with a bouquet of flowers, and she asks her friend Madison to be her maid of honor.
Is this how this works? We didn't do bridal party.
No, we didn't have a bridal party.
So like, is this how it's done?
Okay, can I tell you? So I was listening to one of my tutor books,
Uh-huh.
and I learned the history of why bridesmaids exist.
Right.
And I am disturbed.
I love it. I love this reason. This
So-
is such a great reason.
It was to confuse the devil about which one is the bride.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What do you love
Obviously.
about that? I find that disturbing.
I love that.
That's the history
It's a
of this.
great idea. You got to trick the devil all the time. Every opportunity you get. Yes.
So that's the origin. I don't know the origin specifically of the maid of honor, but it sure ain't Anna. Anna, who hid her pregnancy for her for 5 months while she went to appointments.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that she specifically said to Madison, "You're like my sister."
That was awkward.
And it was like, oh, yeah, I didn't like that.
This is her super close friend, though. Like, they've
I
known each
get
other
it.
forever.
And she is like a sister, but it's like, okay, when you don't have,
When you didn't invite your one
When
sister
you
to go
didn't
dress
invite a sister,
shopping, like,
and
it hits weird.
it's, yeah, like it feels like there's a different intention behind that. It's not to
Yeah.
emphasize the closeness of you and Madison. It's to illustrate the divide that's between you and Anna.
Ah, that's put very well.
Ah, I just said it to confuse the devil, so don't give me too much credit.
So, meantime, the guys, minus Jonah, because he's probably still sleeping. Nobody woke him up.
I was smoking some meat last night and I forgot
Up pretty late.
an alarm.
So, Trent, Brice, and Alex are all building Leighton a playset.
Oh yeah, the playground, the jungle gym swing set thing.
Yeah. I feel like these are so much trouble.
Send it back.
Yes.
I would open the box and I would say,
Even like
I don't want
the
it.
instructions are 59 pages long.
59
No.
pages long.
Throw
And
it out. Burn it. Sell it to
just
somebody.
Laying out, because when they said that, he was like, he was exaggerating by saying there were 700 pieces of wood in there, and 1,500 pieces of hardware. But when you see all the stuff laid out in piles and all the bags.
of hardware, it was so many.
Yeah. So that's where I was just like,
I'm like,
I don't
I feel
wanna-
like we've put together some furniture that required
that's like Final Boss.
a lot of stuff.
IKEA Final Boss. Like that is a relationship tester. And I know I am understanding now why this needed to be done with Alex and Brice and Trent, because if Alex and Liz were left to build this together on their own, they would not be getting married in 5 months.
You mean Brice and Liz?
Brice and Liz, sorry.
Yeah.
Who did I say?
Alex.
No. Yeah, not that one. Not that one. Alex is working on his own wedding too.
Yeah.
He keeps alluding to he's going down on the farm
He's going
With
down
Allie.
on the farm.
with Allie.
He's looking forward
up in
to
Ohio there. He's trying to get huge tracts of land.
This family is really weird on how hard they push marriage on the kids really early.
Yeah, but it's as long as you met them at LP conference, Little People
They're
conference,
approved.
green light. Yeah, go for
Amber
it.
and Trent are all for
That's
it.
it. Yeah. Oh my God. What did Trent do? He hurt himself. He was swearing all over the place.
Pinched his finger between the, I don't know, the screw gun? Is that the proper term?
Sure.
And the wood
Yeah.
and whatever he was doing. I don't know the hardware terms.
Okay.
My dad was a carpenter, by the way.
Right.
I learned nothing.
Impact driver, I think, is probably what I would be calling that.
Impact driver?
Correct. That is the legal term for that piece of machinery that he was utilizing. It's not a drill. That's an impact driver. It's different. They are
Okay.
different. They're different things. I didn't know that either. Because then I usually end up using a drill as a screw gun, as an impact driver, and it's not great. Okay. It's pretty rough, actually. That's not like the tool for the job, but it'll do it. But it's not great.
They keep putting the pieces together wrong.
Yeah, I don't like where this is going, because then there's like a structural integrity level now that's concerning.
Gonna fall apart.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're like putting stuff together, moving it, taking it apart. We've moved this board 4 times because it's facing the wrong way. It's backwards. Now everything's backward, and now it doesn't have room for this other part that we need to get to. And it's like, are you?
I feel like they could have just done a swing.
You know,
don't
like
you feel
start
like the
with
other
one.
Part of it, like, just wasn't? She's not old enough for it yet.
Yeah, she can barely walk at this point.
Like, we're just gonna build the one half.
Just the swing. We'll start with the swing.
We'll just cut the other part off.
We'll just start with the swing, and then like we can add on to it later, maybe, or something.
Is that a thing? I bet you they have playgrounds that you can add on to.
Maybe. I don't know.
Some company figured out that's going to make them money.
What I ended
Sims
up
expansion packs.
Yeah, that's how they get you. It's just, it never ends. Okay, for the swing set stuff, we had like cemented ours into the ground, basically, because if you're swinging on the swing set, you really get going.
Yeah. And
the ground's wet, or
I
like
think they need to be.
I didn't see them mixing any cement for this.
Huh.
I think it was just like sitting on the grass, but then that's just like wood on grass. You're gonna get rot in that. It's just, I don't know. Is this actual wood? I have so many questions. Only more questions.
I don't think it's gonna last more than a year anyway. After the way they put it together.
Yeah, I'm worried about the structural integrity.
They're building it for endurance, for durability.
Okay, yeah, not a long term. It's not a family heirloom that's going to be passed down to multiple generations at this point.
Oh, we get to hear about Trent's romantic proposal to Amber, which was under duress because Amber required him via ultimatum to propose to her.
It's about as close as you can get to a shotgun wedding without actually being pregnant. Yeah.
Now, didn't they get married when they were 20?
Something like that.
They were very young.
They were pretty young, yeah.
So how long were they together for? I think they were together for part of high school because they talked about prom photos and stuff, right? And didn't they talk about how she missed her prom because she was in the hospital?
Yep, yeah.
So, I mean, they were together, growing up, but she made it sound like it had been just so long that it was not tolerable to wait any longer for this man to propose to her.
The next step in this relationship that needs to take place, and this is what we need to do now, otherwise I'm out of here, was the ultimatum. And then I like that Trent still took like a week to go buy the ring and then actually propose to her. So he was kicking around the idea. Maybe not.
He said they had like $17 to their name. So he probably had to figure out how he was paying for a ring.
Yeah, that's the trickier part, I guess, out of all of that. Perhaps. But then the good news was Amber just planned the whole wedding by herself. So he didn't really have to worry about anything after that.
She wanted anyone else's opinions.
I don't think she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the way I like it. Much like the rest of his life after that.
Yeah, pretty much. Go ahead and shut off that donkey brain. You don't got to make any decisions about this stuff.
Set the tone.
Yeah. Get used to that.
Layton, I feel like she's a little bit like her father. She didn't really have like much reaction.
He's not very expressive.
She doesn't emote very much.
Yeah, but I think, don't you learn that? Like, isn't that a learned thing?
Yeah, from the people around you.
Yeah, so I mean,
extent. Yeah.
I think that Elizabeth is very expressive and emoting like that. And then Brice, not as much. Maybe overly. So then this should be a good balance for her. So maybe she'll get like a good combo, a mix there.
I also think this is one of those things where like, I think parents get really excited about being able to do something for their kids. And their kids like not really at an age yet where they appreciate that thing.
Right. Yeah, a swing set, especially where it's just like,
she's like, I don't know where I am right now.
She doesn't know what this is. Yeah, you're just putting her in a thing and now you're pushing her. It's like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, so she's kind of like, okay,
Cool. Neat. Yeah, good for you.
I didn't really ask for it, but it's here.
I'm proud of you, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we could talk about it in a couple years.
Also,
maybe.
how many hours did it take them? It's probably like past her bedtime.
That seemed like an all-day thing. I mean, it was still, sun was out, so that's okay. She's doing all right. Hanging in there. A little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was pretty much it. Yeah,
that was this first episode.
That's the first episode of season 17 of Seven Little Johnstons, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it, what you're excited about, what you want to hear about. If you have questions, we'll fill you in on our hot takes of other stuff that we might have missed along the way.
Yeah. Also, go to the next episode.
Yeah.
Because this was a double premiere.
It's a double header.
Episode 2 is out now.
Check it out.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.